What the hell? Are my eyes deceiving me? I've reached 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. For real? It's another milestone reached, and it was my goal for 2024. God damn it, I'm just one dude talking about stuff I like, and from time to time, who makes cosplay and meme videos. Like, thank you. I don't know what I did to deserve that many subs, but I will keep on making content. I guess my next goal will be 3,000, 4,000 subs by the end of next year? I don't know, but I'll try. By now, you'll know what to expect. A milestone has been hit, meaning it's that time where I recommend something. This one's gonna be special because I'm gonna recommend a goddamn series, the Epic Battle Fantasy series. Keep in mind this is only a recommendation video. I won't be able to cover everything in extreme detail like I did in my Postal 1 video. However, I do plan to give each game in the series that treatment though. This series got me into turn-based combat. Hell, my third ever video on YouTube was me cosplaying as Lance, eating chili peppers. This series is very dear to me, and I'm so happy to give it the attention it deserves. Before we begin, we need to establish some things. These games can be played for free on Newgrounds. However, I will be talking about the versions on Steam which have a paywall, apart from the third game. This is because those versions have more content, quality of life changes, and supports Matt Roszak, the solo dev, directly. Speaking of which, all of his social links to his games on Newgrounds and Steam, his website, will be in the description. Anytime in the video you feel like you want to try out the series, head down to the description of this video, the links will be there. And super shout out to Kuma for making the thumbnail for this video. They're the artist who I worked with a lot, and they have made several thumbnails for me, since this video is about the Epic Battle Fantasy series. And of course it's my OC doing the 7th Heaventh Limit Break pose. Kuma has made this, and it's cute as hell. Their links will also be in the description, but they do make the not safe for work stuff. That's the naughty stuff. You have been warned. Okay, fools, let's do this. Disclaimer, I was not sponsored or was given any of the games mentioned in this video. I bought them all, and the soundtrack too. All with my own money. I will like to mention that I do support Matt on Patreon. Speaking of which, my name should be on the wall of thanks, Matt. Like, goddamn, where's my name? Put my name on there. So, what the fuck is an Epic Battle Fantasy? Good question. On paper, the games are a turn-based RPG. That would be correct. However, that wouldn't do the series justice. There's a lot more to it than that. Let me explain. The very first two games are you taking on waves of enemies. Simple enough. They are both similar, with the second game having a bit more RPG elements to it. Take note that you can summon and change sword? We'll talk about that more later. The third game has a world to explore, a new party member, NPCs, side quests, new skills, equipment. Then the fourth game has summoning, another new party member, more skills, more equipment, more quests, more NPCs, and Epic Battle Fantasy 5, which is the motherlode of all things, tracks that shit up to 10! You can even play Pokemon in it, and yes, there's quite a bit of depth to the capturing system. You can even collect cards, and the series was made by one person! Not to mention the puzzles are really good. For real, there's so much going on with the fifth game that I can't give its proper dues in this video. Trust me though, that game is mwah! Plus look at my hours into it, I still haven't 100% the game! By the way Matt, please add a way to speed up the battles in that game. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the game, but like, the fourth game had a way to speed up battles in the options, and that was amazing! Please add one to this game! I hope you understand what I mean when I say that yes, all 5 games are turn-based RPGs, but they're special in their own way. That's why playing the series is so engaging. You can feel how the games improve. It's such a joy, and one dude named Matt made these games. It's incredible. Okay, what is the plot of the Epic Battle Fantasy series? Well, it's just a bunch of friends who slay a godlike figure to save the day. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds like every JRPG ever made. Even one of the characters has a daddy issue. Like some characters in every fucking Final Fantasy game. Why do they make characters with a mummy or daddy issue? For fuck's sake! I know this, because as someone who started getting into more and more JRPGs, you fight God and win through the power of friendship. It's always God and friendship, god damn it! However, replaying the Epic Battle Fantasy games, it is such a refreshing take on this plot. Why? Number 1, it's more about the journey than the final destination. Number 2, it's self-aware and knows this, and doesn't take itself seriously, unlike 99.99% of JRPGs. Let me give you an example. In Epic Battle Fantasy 3, you have to deal with the Acheron, aka the best final boss fight in the series, in my opinion. Anywho, he wants to destroy the world. Ooh, scary. The thing is though, Acheron represents the endpoint, the final fight to complete the game. What's more engaging is the world itself, the different enemies you'll be facing, the many locations, the NPCs, the party members interacting with each other with their different personalities. They talk about their skills, NPCs, the world, etc. That's what makes the games fun. It's also very self-aware, and it's cute about it too. It feels so nice. I'm sorry, but too many JRPGs take itself so seriously, and it gets boring, or unintentionally funny. For example, Persona 5 is a JRPG I love, and I got all of the achievements for it. That's how much I love it, okay? But I'm sorry, the final boss is God, and the true final boss is just God again. I shit you not, it's pretty boring hearing God saying, "I will destroy the world and make it bend to my knees." Alright Japan, we get it, you hate God and religion. Cool it, dude. So yeah, it's really fun playing a series that knows what it is and takes itself as serial. It makes the games charming in my opinion. By the way, before you ask, yes, there is actually a story in the series, and there's actually a decent amount of lore too, but I'm not going to tell you about it here. Go and play the games. Time to talk about the combat. I love the combat in the games. It seems like your typical turn-based RPG combat, right? Your team goes first, then the enemies. You can use skills, items, limit breaks, guarding, improving your skills, leveling up your characters, improving equipment and weapons, status effects, counterattacks, etc, etc, etc. However, what makes the combat in my opinion amazing is how equipment is handled. Honestly, this system is by far my personal favourite system in an RPG ever. I wish more games did this. Let me back up a little bit first. In RPGs, power scaling is a weird issue, and many games have tried to solve it. As you level up, your stats goes up. As you play the games, you find better equipment. You sell your older ones, because those are objectively worse, so on and so forth, rinse and repeat. Then what happens is that your overall stats become so strong that the enemies are a pushover. There is no real challenge. In Final Fantasy IV and Persona 5, if you grind a little bit and get a few extra levels, enemies and even bosses become a pushover. No joke, the hardest difficulty in Persona 5 is merciless, but the previous difficulty, hard, is actually the hardest difficulty. That's because if you get them extra levels with the right personas, you can exploit the game so bad, it's ridiculous. The sad thing is, most games don't even try to tackle this problem. That's understandable, because there's no answer for it. There have been some games that try to solve it, but it doesn't really work. Lisa the Painful has events that can permanently kill off party members and decrease the main character's stats permanently. And Phyrnna, I can't say that name, I'm so sorry, has no levels, but the equipment changes your stats and gives you new skills. These are definitely interesting methods to tackle this problem. However, it's like putting a plaster on a deep cut wound. It helps a little, but you can still exploit the games quite badly. Even the Fear and Hunger games try to say fuck this bullshit. You can still exploit those games too. I love all of these games by the way. I'm just talking about how power scaling is such a weird issue. However, the Epic Battle Fantasy games has a decent solution to this. You see, it goes, okay, we like the leveling up, but we have 4 core stats: base, elemental, status, and debuff. All the characters have a base stats. Leveling them only affects their base stats. The equipment and weapons affect base, elemental, status, and debuff stats. Every equipment, that means armor and hats, and weapons cannot be sold. They all have strengths and weaknesses. You can only improve the equipment and weapons to level 5. This is amazing! Let me use one of my favourite weapons, Natalie's Dark 2 staff, as an example. Its element is dark, and it increases your magic attack a ton. It also increases your resistance to Siphon status effect, you gain a little more max MP, and it may give Natalie a chance to counter with the pulse skill. However, you become 20% less resistant to holy attacks. Your max XP is decreased, your physical and magic defense goes down. This staff oozes with high dark magic damage, however, you are sacrificing your defense for it. It's a glass cannon, not! You can use skills and wear equipment to make up for its weaknesses, or double down, baby! Yeah, I intentionally forgot to tell you that you can mix and match equipment, weapons and skills. Of course, they all have their weaknesses and strengths, but you can customize the hell out of your character, and that's really cool. It's actually really wild to do the maths, but this isn't the time for it. All I want to say is that the game rewards you for thinking. Now, you could do some grinding, but even if you get some extra levels and you face a boss, if you don't wear the necessary equipment or weapons, you will get your ass beat. For example, let's say you faced Roszak in Epic Battle Fantasy 3. They use fire, earth, and bomb attacks. They have a 100% resistance to poison and wind-based attacks. But not all is lost. Jack is vulnerable to earth, lightning, and bomb elements. So to defeat Jack, we must wear equipment and weapons that counter him. Simple, right? Wrong! Well, no, that's what you do, but it's a bit more complicated than that. You have to think about your options. What should your party members wear and what weapons should they use? Matt and Lance share male armors and hats. They both can't be 100% resistant to an element. You have to consider who will wear what. In the later games, Phyrnna and Nolates appear, meaning you have to share equipment with even more characters! Not to mention that you don't have access to every equipment and weapon yet. Plus, Jack is also resistant to stuns, which are thunder based. Maybe it's best to use bomb attacks. Or how about some earth ones? This is what I mean when I say I love the combat. There's so much to consider, and grinding won't do much for you. It makes a world of a difference on what you use. To mention my favourite boss again, Akron, he will test you on the equipment system. If you don't know what you're doing, he will defeat you. But with trial and error, you will own Akron. I don't know why other games don't do this more. This is an amazing system that solves the power stealing issue. For fuck's sake, this system is incredible. In addition, the games are hella honest with you when it comes to the stats. This makes the game feel 100% fair. As an epic difficulty player, not once did I feel like a boss was cheap or bullshit. I would lose many times to bosses, but it only made me want to best them. Where did I go wrong? Let's see if I can improve on skills, change up with the equipment, improve the equipment, use a different weapon, etc. You are rewarded for thinking. But let's say you want to have a chill time. You want to be the boss, exploit the game, own the game. You can. There are difficulty options and they all work really well. You can have a cozy chill experience or a very challenging one. And it can be changed anytime. Being a biased boy, definitely play the game on the harder difficulties to really embrace how amazing the combat is. When it comes to the visuals, it's pretty consistent. It's cute as fuck. And holy tits! For the most part, this is a cute looking game. And yes, it has grown better with each game. The animations keep getting better and better too. Look at this! This is dope! This is so dope! Spoilers for the end of the video, but Matt's making a hidden object game. And it's like Destiny, bread and butter, yin and yang. Matt's art style is cute. Finally, he's working on another cute game! I rate the visuals a cute out of 10. And it's sexy at times. P.S. I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't made not safe for work games. There's definitely a market he could tap into. But hey, I'm no game dev, and I want Matt to make the games he wants to make. So you know, let the man cook. The music and sound design of the games are incredible, like AAA level quality. And the person who made the music is Phyrnna. To be honest, you gotta listen to it to really appreciate how great it is. So, here's the menu theme for Epic Battle Fantasy 3. Now listen to Lance's boss theme in Epic Battle Fantasy 5. This is dope as fuck. I gotta say that replaying the games again and hearing her music, it made me cry. Now, it does sadden me that Phyrnna are on an indefinite hiatus. However, their well-being is number one, always. Their links will also be in the description. Now I want to talk about the little details. There is a ton of little details throughout the series. This video could go on forever and ever if I stated every single one from every single game. There are lots, such as the game's obsession with food, how horny it can be, the many references to other medias, just to name a few. But I want to tell you one that I discovered when I played the games again in 2024. Throughout the games, there are these little buckets of water that hold a slime bunny. You interact with it, and it acts like a full restore. By the way, this reminds me of the full restore pool from Mother 3, but done much better in my opinion. That's not something I say often, because Mother 3 is arguably the best / perfect JRPG ever. So take that, Mother 3. Anyway, in the 4th game, there's a location named Lanky Root Jungle. Anna says there are slime bunnies near the rivers. Maybe I forgot, or I never really paid too much attention. Remember, I was still a teen when I played the 4th game. I was young and dumb. But you can actually interact with some parts of the river, and the slime bunny will full restore you. That's amazing as hell. If I may also add some honourable mentions, in the 5th game, flowers grow again on the pots after some time has passed, and Anna's hair can be interacted with. I love these games so much. And yes, before someone comments, you can click on Natalie's tits. Ha 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 ha, this was funny back in the 1st game. We get it, you perverts. You like tits! I like them too, but for fuck's sake, Natalie is so much more charming and she actually has a really cool personality. She's more than just tits, you perverts. And that's the video. I hope I covered the series well enough. This is a recommendation video after all. There's a lot more I could have talked about, so please, if anything you heard about the series piqued your interest, go to the description of this video and check out the games. Remember, they're all free on Newgrounds, but on Steam, you can buy them and get the best version of them. And you get to support Matt. I seriously can't wait for his newest game, Matt's Hidden Cats. Go wishlist it now. The link for it is in the description below. Do it! Hopefully I'll start working on giving each game the Postal 1 treatment and overanalyzing the fuck out of them, because no one has done it, so I'll do it myself. I also want to say that what Matt has made throughout the years is hella inspirational. Like, I've made art projects, but I'm working on a video game. I've talked to an artist and a voice actress who want to be involved, but I'm gonna work on the meat of it. It's fucking scary, to be honest. I've never done this sort of thing before, like ever, but if one dude can make a really fun RPG series, which is also one of the best ones out there, then I can make a game too, hopefully. I'm really scared, but I do want to try, and even if I fail, at least I can say that I've tried to make a game. But yeah, I'm just... I don't sound confident, but I want to do it. I do want to do it, and I'm gonna try. And of course, thank you for 2,000 subscribers. This is so weird. Why do people like my content? Why do you keep subbing? Go away! But no. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. It's a surreal feeling. It feels weird. I just make content about stuff I like, and I guess people like hearing my thoughts and opinions. So thank you. Anyway, please, if you like anything you heard in the video about the Epic Battle Fantasy series, go and play them and support Matt. Phyrnna links will also be in the description, and we can't forget Kuma's links, not safe for work by the way, will also be there. Thanks for 2,000 subscribers. Now go and support these wonderful people now, or else I will turn you into slimes and I shall eat your rare foods. See ya.